naming Diyos. Maraming salamat po sa buhay at lakas na aming taglay, sa liwanag ng kaisipan at sa pagkakataon maipagpatuloy ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan. Gabayan po ang bawat isa sa amin. Anuman ang bahagi na aming gagampanan, naway maging maayos at matagumpay ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral na aming gagawin sa araw na ito. Patawarin mo po kami sa aming mga pagkulang at pagkakasala. At sa aming paggawa, ikaw po ang aming makasama. Amen.
Good day, grade 11. Welcome to Valenzuela Live. I am Mary Rose L. Paguia, your virtual teacher for today's learning session. I am glad that you were all striving to learn with your teachers and parents despite of the changes brought about by the pandemic. Your active participation in this lesson is highly encouraged. You can comment down your answers to my questions or take down notes for follow-up discussion with your subject teacher. This morning, stay tuned as I take you into a meaningful discussion in reading and writing. For today, we will focus on this most essential learning competency, and that is to identify claims explicitly or implicitly made in a written text. Specifically, class, we will be discussing about the different types of claims. Before we begin our lesson, let us start with a short activity. I want you to arrange the jumbled letters to get what is being defined in the following sentences. You will be given 10 seconds to answer and just comment down your answer for the following statement. Number 1. It refers to judgment or belief formed about something that may not necessarily be based on fact or knowledge. Again, it refers to judgment or belief formed about something that may not necessarily be based on fact or knowledge. Arrange the jumbled letters. 10 seconds starts now. Time's up. The correct answer for the first number is opinion. Let's have the second number. Number 2. It refers to information that is certain and can be proven based on documents, historical data, research, and observation. Again, it refers to information that is certain and can be proven based on documents, historical data, research, and observation. Arrange the jumbled letters. 10 seconds starts now. Time's up. The correct answer for number 2 is a fact. Very good. Next, let's go to the third number. Number 3. It is the stand of the writer on certain issues which is complemented by evidence. Again, for the third number, it is the stand of the writer on certain issues which is complemented by evidence. Arrange the jumbled letters. 10 seconds starts now. The correct answer for number 3 is argument. Very good. Let's now go to the fourth number, number 4. It refers to an emotional state wherein the intended reader is moved to agree with a belief or position through argument, appeal, or course of action. Again, for number 4, it refers to an emotional state wherein the intended reader is moved to agree with a belief or position through argument, appeal, or course of action. Arrange the jumbled letters. 10 seconds starts now. Time's up. The correct answer for number 4 is persuasion. Okay. Next, number 5, the last number. It refers to details, facts, reasons, statistics, expert research, and personal experience that directly relate to and support a debatable claim. Again, for number 5, it refers to details, facts, reasons, statistics, research, and personal experience that directly relate to and support a debatable claim. Arrange the jumbled letters. 10 seconds starts now. Time's up. The correct answer for number 5 is evidence. Okay, good job, guys. Congratulations and thank you for your participation in this activity. Remember these terms, okay? Remember the following terms: opinion, fact, argument, persuasion, and evidence. Because these are important terminologies that will help you better understand our discussion this morning. Critical readers are critical thinkers. They have the ability to interface language and logic, which are inseparable tools in reading, through the analysis of any claims presented in a text. But what is a claim? And how could you tell if a claim is implicit or explicit? Lastly, what are the different types of claims? All these questions will be answered in a while. Let's define a claim. Whenever you read something, you always look for the writer's point or position regarding the chosen topic. That point is also known as claim or the central argument, or we also call it the thesis statement of the text. Class, remember that a claim argues and persuades the readers about the merits of the argument through research, evidence, testimony, and academic reasoning. Though supported by evidence, remember that an argument can still be debatable and challenged. Actually, class, that's a very good characteristic of, or what that is one of the most important characteristic of a claim. A claim should be debatable. And for the next one is, remember also that a claim can be explicit or implicit. When the claim is directly stated on the text, it is termed as explicit claim. You just have to pick a sentence from the text that represents the writer's claim or argument. On the other hand, when we say implicit claim, it is indirectly stated or merely implied in the text. Remember, implicit, implied. Because the idea is not written in the text, you need to use the clues in the text to make an inference on what you have read. Okay? Remember, explicit, it is directly stated. Implicit, it is indirectly stated or implied. Let's read this paragraph, and I want you to identify the writer's claim. With a series of maritime environmental accidents, the government must review the penalties of polluting the country's waters. Accidents happen, but efforts can be undertaken to reduce the risk. Better ship maintenance and safer cargo storage are possible. If there is little incentive for shipping operators to undertake these measures, it is because they have gotten away for decades with little more than a slap on the wrist for maritime disasters, whether the tragedies cause deaths or destroy the environment. In a new administration, this situation must That particular part of the text is from an editorial from Philippine Star. So now, my question is this. What is the writer's position or claim? My second question. Do you think the position or claim in the text is explicit or implicit? I want you to comment down your. I am reading your answers, and I am so happy that there are people who got the correct answer. And there are people who also tried. Thank you so much for trying and for answering. Okay, so the writer's claim is stated or explicit. And it is found in the first sentence of the paragraph. Let's read it. With a series of maritime environmental accidents, the government must review the penalties of polluting the country's waters. That is the claim or the argument or the point of the writer in the text. The sentences that follow are supporting details which provide reason for recommendation. And that is, operators fail to follow strict rules in terms of better ship maintenance and safer cargo storage since they have not been reprimanded for maritime disasters. If they were given sanctions, those must have been very little to notice. You guys understand implicit claim and explicit claim? Very good. Let's now go to the next part of the lesson. Aside from identifying the claim of the text, it is also important to know its types. There are 3 types of claims. We have the claim of facts, the claim of value, and the claim of policy. Let's have the first one. The first one is a claim of fact. Remember, people, that a claim of fact is an argument that is verifiable through evidence. It states a quantifiable assertion or a measurable topic. Assertions are made based on data, documents, scientific observation results, and research. Note also that a claim of fact is not a fact. It only asserts a stand regarding a debatable topic. And please remember the following in writing the claims of fact. Number 1, claims of fact raise the problem that the factual map is constantly being drawn. Second, claims of fact are often qualified by such terms as generally, probably, or as a rule. Third, claims of fact usually include sufficient and appropriate data to be valid. Next, claims of fact must rely upon reliable authorities. Grade 11, I am expecting that now, as of now, you need to be aware on how to get information that are valid and credible. That's very important. And last one, claims of fact must recognize the difference between facts and inferences. And when defending claims of fact, make sure that first, they are clearly stated. Second, terms that are controversial or ambiguous are defined. Third, evidence is organized, sufficient, accurate, recent, typical, and reliable. Lastly, make sure that conclusions and inferences are clear. Let's go to the next type of claim. The next type of claim is the claim of policy. This type of policy makes an assertion about a course of action the reader should take. In other words, claim of policy is an argument about an actionable topic. Claims of policy require proposal of clear and measurable actions or steps, justification of the proposed action, and support the cause and effect relationship established. You have to remember the following in writing the claims of policy. First, claims of policy argue that certain conditions should exist. Second, claims of policy advocate adoption of policies or courses of action because problems have arisen that calls for solutions. And third, claims of policy usually begin with should, ought to, or must. And whenever you are defending a claim of policy, you must first make your proposal clear. Second, terms should be precisely defined. Also, establish that there is a need for change. You should also consider the opposing arguments and devote the major part of your proposal as an answer to the opposing argument. Lastly, your proposal must have a solid data, but moral and common sense reasons must not be neglected, for they make your proposal more persuasive. The last type of claim is the claim of value. It refers to a qualifiable assertion about a moral, aesthetic, or philosophical value of a topic. Meaning to say, it involves appraisal, evaluation, or judgment. However, note that it is not merely a statement of subjective judgment. A claim of value is also assessed based on accurate information. Remember the following points about claims of value. Okay, the first one, claims of value make a judgment. Second, it could also express approval or disapproval. Claims of value also attempt to prove that action, belief, or condition is right or wrong, good or bad, or etc. And claims of value sometimes simply express taste, preference, and principles. And please do also remember that many claims of value, however, can be defended or attacked on the basis of standards. So you have to arrive at reasonable standards that we will accept. All right? And when defending the claims of value, make clear that the value or principles you are defending should have priority on a scale of values over competing values or principles others defend. Also, suggest that there is an adherence to the values you are defending. You should also use the real-world examples and illustrations to clarify meanings and value distinctions, because some values are abstract. Lastly, it is highly persuasive to use the testimony of others to prove that knowledgeable or highly regarded people share your values. All right, so those are the three types of claims. And to help you synthesize all the information given during our discussion, I want you to take a look at this. Remember, a claim is an argument or a point, the point of the writer. Explicit claim, a claim that is directly stated. Implicit, a claim that is implied. Claim of fact is a quantifiable assertion. Claim of policy, actions chosen as solution to problems. And for claim of value, these are statements about moral, philosophical, or aesthetic value. Okay? Remember those things. And now, let's see how much you have learned. I want you to identify if the statement is a claim of fact, a claim of policy, or a claim of value. You can just comment down F, P, or V, okay? Comment down F if it is a claim of fact, P if it is a claim of policy, and V if it is a claim of value. You were given again 10 seconds to answer each number. Ready? Okay, let's have the first number. Our government leaders should take the lead in protecting our lives in this time of pandemic. 10 seconds starts now. Okay, the correct answer for the first number is C. It is a claim of policy. Number 2. It is unethical to submit a plagiarized research paper just to comply with the deadline of the submission. Timer starts now. Okay, number 2. The correct answer for number 2 is letter D, or claim of value. Number 3. K-12 basic education program is beneficial for our country because it will make our graduates globally competitive. Timer starts now. Time's up. The correct answer for number 3 is F, or claim of fact. Number 4. Graft and corruption in the Philippines is difficult to eradicate because of the long ingrained value system of padrino and utang na loob, which are positive values yet often abused. Timer starts now. Okay, the correct answer for number 4 is F, or claim of fact. Last number 5. Waking up early to do a paper is better than sleeping late to finish the paper. Timer starts now. The correct answer for number 5 is D, or claim of value. Count the number of correct answers that you got in this activity. Now, what is your score? Wow! Congratulations, class! If you still have questions regarding this topic, your subject teacher will answer them in your follow-up discussion the next day. And for additional activities, in order to practice what you have learned today, your teacher will guide you in answering the activities in your learning packet. And that ends our learning journey for today. I hope you learned a lot, and thank you for joining me in today's meaningful discussion. Once again, I am Mary Rose L. Paguia, your live streaming teacher for today, saying that you keep on striving no matter how difficult things get, because in the end, you reap what you sow. Have a good day, everyone, and keep safe.